Hey gang, today we're going to talk about under cabinet lighting. We already put this one in. We want to show it to you. We're going to show you the product here in a minute, but we love these because they're low profile and they're dimmable. So let's walk over here in this corner and we're going to show you what we're dealing with over here. So this is what we're using. It's an Elite LED. So this is a 24-inch, we have a 48, and they're right here laid out on the counter, and they're gonna mount under this cabinet, this corner cabinet, just like this, and illuminate this whole corner. So this is a corner cabinet, and here's the back. So there's a void behind here. You see my hand? So I'm gonna go in the attic, I'm gonna locate the top plate on this wall, where it intersects the exterior wall. I'm gonna come in a little bit, drill through the sheetrock ceiling, and drop the plug end down, this end down. And then Jordan can grab them, we'll plug in, and then I'll hardwire them in the attic.
All right, guys, so Dad's behind the camera because he just got down from the attic and it's really hot up there, so we're giving him a chance to catch his breath. But we got these all wired up. They work great. We just turned the switch on and you can see that they're nice and bright. Oh, I think it just came unplugged back here.
Yep.
Yeah. So now we got to secure these buckies to the top. So we discussed a lot of different methods to secure these to the top. And you'll notice that there's a little lip right here coming off the cabinet. And so we wanted the light, here I'm gonna unplug this. We wanted the light to sit flat up against that little lip, just like that. Okay, but we can't just have a couple screws in the middle of it. That wouldn't be too secure. So we had to come up with a way to get something to the same level as this little lip. So we actually came up with this idea. We got these 4x4 blocks of plywood that we just painted white to blend in a little bit. And we're actually gonna stick them right in that little space where the light rail is. The light rail actually creates that little gap for us. And we're gonna stick this piece of plywood and probably slide it over. We're gonna secure it through the light rail into the plywood. And the lights actually came with these little brackets. So they're little metal tiny brackets. And they're gonna go on the back. They just clip on, they just snap on, just like that. And it's super easy. And so all we have to do is secure these with these tiny little screws to the plywood, and we're gonna be able to snap it in place. So let's go ahead and get this plywood secured to the light rail. So we've got our pilot hole drilled. We just find it easier that it's good to drill a pilot hole in these situations. Just makes it easier to secure the plywood properly. So we're gonna push this up against the cabinet and just secure it. Okay. So that's good, and that's all nice and ready. One screw's enough. If this was heavier, we'd probably use two, but we think one is fine. And so we're gonna go ahead and do the other one, huh?
Yep.
So for this one, what do you wanna just come right here?
Yeah, as far down as you can.
Okay, as far down as we can. We could probably do it right.
You have to go in here.
Oh, right, oh yeah. Okay, so the pilot hole's drilled, get our plywood. We actually have to go here because of the corner right there. So we're gonna just push it up against that corner. All right, and we're in. So those are nice and strong. And so now we're gonna take this piece of plywood because it's consistent, and we're gonna push it up against the light rail and our piece of plywood. And I'm gonna go ahead and mark with the screw, just make an indent on the plywood. So there's my mark, and now I know where I gotta be with this this little metal piece. So I can see my mark, and we're using the screwdriver just because it's really difficult to get a drill up here and get it with the drill. So we're gonna go old school right here and just use this screwdriver. And we're not gonna tighten it down all the way. It doesn't really need to be tight. It just needs to be able to hold the light. So that's good right there.
Yeah, we want it to be able to snap on.
Yeah.
And be parallel with the other side.
Be able to adjust it. Okay. And I'm just gonna go as far down as we can because this is a long piece and we don't want all that weight on the other side of the cabinet. All right.
Always fun working under upper cabinets.
Yeah. Now we can just go ahead and snap this guy in place.
Just like that.
Just like that. So now we're gonna do this tiny guy, and I'm just gonna leave this one plugged in. And it's gonna
He's living on the edge. Huh?
it's gonna go like that.
Yep.
All right. So we just gotta get. I think we're gonna run 2 pieces of plywood, right?
Yep.
And they're just gonna have to be on this guy.
Right, and it'll just cantilever out.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It doesn't weigh anything.
It's really light.
So I'm gonna drill the pilot holes through the light rail.
All right. So I'm just gonna.
So he's using the spacer block. That just ensures that all the lights are the same distance from the front edge of the light rail. We're all about consistency. That's
Especially in
stud pack, right?
Yep. Especially in places where people are never gonna see it.
Of course. Better.
Oh yeah. Drill a pilot hole.
Pilot holes are your friend.
Yeah. All right, so we got the brackets in. I'm gonna go ahead and snap this one in. Bang. I mean, that's huge because this corner doesn't get any light at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. It's dark outside. That's great.
That's nice.
Try the dimmer, bud.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Just turn out the main lights and see how that looks.
Okay. You know, even with this night light and you know, it's still bright in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see really well. So
Put them at their lowest setting. They go way down.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, one more.
One more. So for this one, it's a little different, right? Because we don't have that void in the back corner to just drop the wires down. So we actually have to drill a hole through all the different layers. So this is where the microwave is gonna go. And we're gonna have to get back here with a drill bit. Actually, we're gonna come from down here, huh?
We have room.
Yeah, so we're gonna go through this, what do you wanna call this? The microwave
Shelf. The
through,
shelf.
through the microwave shelf, through the bottom layer of the cabinet, and that hole will be big enough to fit the wiring through. And then we're gonna have to go through this shelf and through the top piece, and then through the drywall. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 different layers to go through here. So just a little bit of drilling, but
And the wire will be right behind this face frame.
yeah, you'll never see it.
Yep. All right, let's start
All right,
drilling.
let's get to drilling.
Oh, look at that crown up there, dude. Who did that? It's a nice job.
Some professionals or something, I don't know.
Some hack. Through the shelf. I think I'm going to go through the light rail instead of trying to angle everything.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, that's probably a better play.
Yep.
It's a lot easier on us running the wire. And again, you'll never see that hole.
Now I need my spade bit.
All right.
A little longer reach. So I need a little bit longer reach. I'm just going to stick it in the bit holder, and that gives me an extra length on the drill bit
Why do you need the reach?
because I got to get all the way from here through the drywall.
Okay.
Now I'm into this piece of wood right here on the crown. And through it. Now I'm in the drywall. Here's something. Just took the bit out, stuck it in the hole, and rechucked it. All right, now I'm in the attic.
All right. So now we've got the white cord taped to this black stiff wire, and I'm just gonna poke around until I'm in the attic. And actually, first try, I just got it, and Dad's got it now. He's pulling it through. Wow. And he's gonna go ahead and pull it tight. That way it gets hidden behind the cabinet here, just like that. All right, so Dad just got down from the attic, so we're gonna go ahead and drill our pilot holes for the 2 pieces of plywood that we have to put under the light rail to give the bar something to grab onto. And I like to tighten this guy down to the plywood, as tight, real snug, and then back it off, just like a corner turn. That way the bracket is still tight up against the plywood, but it's able to rotate so the light strip can form and run parallel, because you want to have a little bit of adjustment so the installation is more smooth. Now we're gonna take this guy, bang it on the counter for good luck. There you go. That one snapped. Okay. And then obviously you can see the wire right here, but we gotta go back up in the attic later on, and we're actually gonna be pulling these tight and stapling it down, probably, so it remains, so the tension stays on it.
So each of the 3 cabinets was a little different as far as routing the wire from here to the attic. On this one, we had 2 shelves to get by, so we just clipped the corner, and then all that is hidden, by the face frame.
Yeah, so the wire is actually running through that notch, and it actually does a pretty good job of
Holding it.
pressing the wire, yeah. So, you know, maybe if you had 3 shelves, you might not even need to secure it on that one, but especially from this angle, I mean, if you're looking at the shelf and you're coming up and grabbing something, you can't see it. So you can't see that the shelf is notched, you can't see that the wire's there, so I know a lot of people might be concerned about running the wire directly through the cabinet.
Yeah.
But rest assured that it looks really clean. So this is what the kitchen would normally look like. And go ahead and turn the cabinet lights on, Dad. And this is the difference that it makes.
Is this my cupcake for doing such a good job?
Boom. So out of all the lighting that we've done in this house, I think that this is the biggest difference overall. I would say it makes the biggest difference. And especially back there in that corner, I mean, you can see a shadow. I mean, that shadow that the void creates in the back, it just completely disappears when the lights come on.
It makes the backsplash pop.
It does. So, that's awesome. And there you go.
And as a bonus, when I was crawling around the attic, I found my end nippers. So it's always a good feeling when you find a tool you lost.
Yeah, we didn't have those for a while, and we needed them multiple times.
So we hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, we're going to tidy up these wires. But we hope you liked the video. Hit that like button and be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.